Before we move on, we'll just have a look at the assignment given in the previous class. First main, draw and color the national flag of India. Everyone has done this? Good. Second main, fill in the blanks. The first Prime Minister of India was Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. Our national anthem was written by Rabindranath Tagore. The wheel in our national flag contains 24 spokes. The national flag is the emblem of the nation. The peacock is the national bird of India. Let us take the classroom situation, children. Each student speaks different language. We all belong to different caste and different religion. We all come from different background, but here in the class, we all belong to a family. That is Vidya Mandir School. Can you identify this picture, children? Yes, it is a family. At home, you, your grandparents, parents, brothers, sisters, all stay under one roof. Share each and everything with one another. This is integration. Let us take our country, India. India is a vast country. We have different states like Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Assam, etc. India has varied religions, languages, customs and culture. We are in a country that accepts all religions with no discrimination. So, national integration is the awareness of a common identity among the citizens of a country. This means that although we belong to different castes, religions, regions, and speak different languages, we recognize the fact we are all one. The feeling of oneness to build a strong nation is called national integration. Let us learn about national integration in detail. National integration. National integration means living harmoniously without having hatred, jealousy, etc. against another person or community. It is the feeling of oneness, brotherhood, no hatred and jealousy, and it strengthens the feeling of equality among all the people. Earlier in India, there were 29 states and 7 union territories. But in the year 2019, the Government of India included Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh as union territories. But now there are 28 states and 9 union territories in India. Union territories are administered by the President. The 9 union territories are Andaman and Nicobar Islands, Chandigarh, Dadra and Nagar Haveli, Daman and Diu, Delhi, it's a National Capital Territory, Jammu and Kashmir, Lakshadweep, Ladakh and Puducherry. Languages of India. I am sure you are all aware that India achieved independence on August 15, 1947. After the independence, there was a demand for the reorganization of states in India. As India consisted of 571 princely states, and hence this was successful with the help of the States Reorganization Committee that helped in reorganizing India based on language spoken and later was merged together to form 28 states. India is a treasure house of literature. Ramayana and Mahabharata are the two popular epics of India. Vedas, Puranas, Bhagavad Gita, Bible and Quran have evolved in this country. Indian literature has played an important role in achieving national integration. India has a rich heritage with varied customs and cultures. The heritage of India spreads hospitality, charity, brotherhood, love, dharma, peace, tolerance, mutual respect and spirituality. These qualities together helps Indians live in unity and harmony. India is called a land of festivals, where people from different religions coexist very happily. The wide variety of festivals celebrated in India is a true manifestation of its culture and traditions. We celebrate Ganesha Chaturthi, Durga Puja, Christmas, Pongal, Dashera, Ugadi, Diwali, Eid ul Fitr, Holi, etc. World Heritage Sites in Karnataka. World Heritage Sites are important places of cultural or natural heritage as described in the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization. World Heritage Convention was established in 1972. In Karnataka, Hampi, Pattadakallu and Aihole are the wonderful historical places listed by United Nations Organization and are declared as World Heritage Sites. The people of India follow different customs. Each region has its own food habits, religion, caste, and language. The integration of these environments makes the people united in India. India is a land of diverse cultures and customs. In spite of these diversities, the people of the country identify themselves as Indians first. National Integration Day. National Integration Day is observed on 19th November every year. The National Integration Day is celebrated to enhance the love and unity among people across India. Meaning of diversity. Difference among people on the basis of religion, language, eating habits, etc. is called diversity. Natural diversity. In India, rivers and forests provide food, water, and livelihood to millions of people across the country. We have the Greater Himalayas, Thar Desert, Indo-Gangetic Plains, Deccan Plateau, and coastal plains. The coldest places in India are Jammu and Kashmir and Arunachal Pradesh. Here the temperature drops to as low as minus 22 degrees Celsius. The hottest place in India is Rajasthan, where the temperature goes to 51 degrees Celsius. There are beautiful waterfalls and beaches in India. Lakshadweep and Andaman and Nicobar are the beautiful islands surrounded by water. Biodiversity. The biodiversity is very big. Only a few nations in the world have such biodiversities. We have identified and described 47,000 group of plants. In India, there are 90,000 species of animal life. It includes 1,232 kinds of birds and 2,546 groups of fish. An appreciable variety of living organisms is the valuable asset of India. Population diversity. People belonging to different communities live in India. There is diversity in appearance, language, food, manners, customs, and religions. Unity in diversity. The living culture of community that has faith in different languages, culture, and religion is called unity in diversity. Everyone can follow the religion of his choice. They can mix with the social life by way of speaking their own regional language. We can find unity in diversity among different people who live together. People belonging to multicultural who have faith in different language, culture, and religion live in India. Our Constitution has recognized the unity in diversity. There are a number of factors hindering national unity and integrity. Casteism. It means placing one's caste above others, sometimes even above the nation. Though we belong to different castes, we should not fight with each other. We should be friendly with everyone. Communalism. It means placing one's community above other community, sometimes even above the nation. It is a feeling of superiority of one's own religion over the other. It is intolerance towards other religion. Regionalism. It refers to the socio-economic disparity amongst people belonging to different regions. It is the feeling of one's narrow commitment towards one's own region. To achieve national integration, people should develop the feeling of oneness and the spirit of tolerance. We should understand that we are Indians first, and then we are also part of a region or a language. Let us recall what we have learned today. I want everyone to repeat after me. The feeling of oneness to build a strong nation is called national integration. The difference among people on the basis of religion, language, eating habits, etc. is called diversity. The living culture of community that has faith in different languages, culture and religion is called unity in diversity. The social system of India is based upon caste system. We should say no to caste. The feeling of superiority of one's own religion over the other is known as communalism. The feeling of one's narrow commitment towards one's own region is known as regionalism. Here are few assignment questions. Kindly try and attend these. We'll discuss answers for the same in the next class. Thank you, children. Have a nice day.